Let me show you how to solve this challenge. First of all, you need to create a new post route. This time I'm going to use the post method. Here we need to specify the post route. The next argument is request handler. It will take the context argument. Here you need to get the ID, name and content from the request frames. You can use the request.body. I'm going to use some destructuring here. ID, name, content from the context dot request. This is Koa.js request object and I can access the body. Here I'm going to add little bit validations. If user does not provide the ID, we need to send the patch request error. How can you send the patch request error? You can use the throw method. Here I need to provide the code, status code 400 means it's patch request error. You can also write the name of the error. I'm going to use ID is required field. I'm going to copy this one. Name is also required field. Let me add the validation for name. And here I'm going to add the validation for content. Let me refactor the message for name. Name, and here I'm going to refactor the message for content. Here I need to push this post object to my post array. I'm going to use post dot push. I need to push the object, ID, name and the content. You can here I use some ES6. Both ID, both key and the value is same, so I can use this syntax, ID, name and the content. And finally we need to send the post in the response. I'm going to use context.body. Here I need to send my all post. Everything looks good. I'm going to run the server. This time I'm going to create a new script for npm run dev. Let me open the package.json file. Here you can create a start script, node server.js. Here I'm going to create another script for development. Here we need to use nodemon server.js. Now I can run the application by using npm run dev. Incredible. Application is running on 4000. Let me try to add a new post inside the post array. There is a problem, internal server error. What is wrong? Cannot destructure the ID of undefined because ID is undefined. I think Koa did not parse the request body. Here I'm going to log the request dot. Here I'm going to log the context dot request dot body. Let me add breakpoint here. I'm going to stop this one because I want to run the application in debug mode. I'm going to start debugging. Debugger is running. Now let me send the request. It has stopped at our first breakpoint. Let me add the watch for this one. Request dot context dot request. Incredible. Context dot request dot body. There is undefined. You can see that. Here we have the request. There is no body object. Body is undefined. So how do you solve this problem? Because I need to tell the Koa, please parse my body. Please parse my request body. So I need to install the external package. The name of the package is Koa parser. npm install --s Koa parser. It will install this package. Now I need to import this package. I'm going to name it to body parser. And the name of the package is Koa parser. Here I need to register this middleware. It is a body parser is just a middleware. So how do you register the middleware? You have to use the app.use method. And this method always body parser will return a function. So now I'm going to restart the server. Let me also start the server in the debug mode. I'm going to start the debugging. I have already put a breakpoint here. Now let me send the request again. It has stopped at our first breakpoint. Aha! Now you can see that. Here we have the content, ID, and the name. Let me step over the code. It will log this object, ID, name, and the content. It has destructured. Now ID is 5, name is Angular Learning, and the content. Everything looks good so far. It is going to push the post inside the post array. Now it will send all the posts in the response. Go to the postman. Aha, you can see that. Here we have the Angular Learning.